Yo, what is up everybody? It's Jack here. I'm a Shopify developer here at Section Store, and in this video I'm going to be showing how you can add a custom before and after image section with a slider, just like these examples here, to any Shopify theme. This method's going to allow you to add it to any theme, even the free ones like Dawn or Horizon that come with Shopify. You can do it in only a couple of minutes. It's liquid code like your theme, so it's not going to cause any slowdown from any apps or anything. You don't need a developer, and there's no ongoing app subscription or any recurring cost. To do this, we're going to be using the Section Store app. Section Store is free to install without any subscription. It's a component library of over 600 different liquid theme sections that plug into any Shopify theme. For this, we're going to be using a before and after section. As you can see, there's a bunch of these sections, 13 in total, so you can have a look through and find the one that you think is going to work best for your theme. Today, I'm going to be using this one before and after image. If we click into the section, you can see there's a one-time charge of $9, but there's no recurring fees. So once you purchase this, you own it forever, and you can use it as many times as you want in all of your themes. I'm going to go ahead and purchase this, and it's going to show up here on the left-hand side under My Sections. As you can see, we've got the before and after image, so we just use Add to Theme and select the theme that we want to install it on. Now it's installed in the theme, we can come on over to the theme editor, find the page we want to add the section to, use Add Sections, search for before and after, and we add it here just like a regular Shopify section. As you can see, there's a few examples here at the top of the page I set up earlier. So these sections are super easy to customize. To start, we're going to click on the overall section name, and this is going to give us the overall section settings here. So pretty straightforward for the settings here. We've got a background color, so this is generally what the rest of your theme is, or the color that you want to appear here. You can choose a gradient as well if you want to. We then have padding, so top and bottom padding, just adjusting the spacing up here and down here, so you can get all your sizing and margins right. The final one is section width. So this is the width, or how big the section is going to display for those using larger monitors. You can set a maximum here, or you can just extend this all the way up so that the section will always scale to accommodate the monitor. Once you've customized these few settings, we head back over to the left hand side and we start customizing the individual theme blocks. So the first one here is going to be the text. As you can see down here, we have this before and after text, which comes and goes as you sort of move the slider. Add a subheading if you want to up the top. We have a heading, of course this is the before and after text here. We have some content text, so you can add sort of some subtext or some information if you want to. If you don't need any of these, just remove the text and it'll remove it from the page so you won't see it. Then we have some text positioning and a color. Following that, we have the customization for our images. So at the top here, we've got some styling options, so the height of the image, both desktop and mobile, which is a cool feature as you can customize this depending on where the customer's viewing from. Below that, we have the images to upload. So you have your before image and your after image. For these images, to make them look really good, it's important to have the images be the same size. For example, you might have an image that's 1,000 pixels wide and 500 pixels tall. It's important that both images are the same or sort of very similar in ratio to the pixels to get that really smooth slider or transition effect. With these images as well, once you've uploaded it and you know how tall your image is, for example, my image is 560 tall, so I adjust this desktop height to 560 to make sure it gets the whole image and it's not stretching it or compressing it. Once you've uploaded your two images, we can go down here. Again, just quick customization for this text, so change what it actually says before and after. If you want to have something else here, you can change the color as well for these independently. So but right now I have them both to white. You can have them positioned at the top or the bottom. We then have drag initial position, so this is where the slide is going to start. 50% is going to be right in the middle. If you want this to start over here on the left-hand side, we can adjust this to say 15 or 20%. Following that, we just have two more color options. So we have the cursor background color, so the background color of this here, which is currently white, but you can adjust it. And then the three little lines on the inside, which are currently black. Again, super customizable. Last but not least, we have a block for the button, so this button at the bottom here. Of course, if you don't need any of these blocks, you can just use the eye icon to hide them, or you can use the rubbish bin button to delete them entirely. Pretty straightforward setup for the button. You obviously have customizable text depending on what you want it to say. You can paste a link in here to redirect to a product or another page on your website or anywhere you want. Adjust the positioning for the button, the width, the font size, border radius, and border width. And then again, we have some color settings, so you can just update the text color, the background, what color it turns on hover, what color the background turns on hover, and then the border color. Once you've gone through and customized all of these, you can test it out in the theme editor, make sure it's looking as you expect it to do, make any changes if necessary. You can preview it on mobile as well if you want, and then once you're happy, you can go ahead and hit save. And there you have it. That was just a super quick tutorial on how you can add an interactive before and after image section, just like this one with the Section Store app. As you saw, it's super easy to install. You can set them up in just a couple of minutes. It works on any Shopify theme. It's most importantly the free ones like Dawn, etc. So you're not shelling out a bunch of money for a premium theme. And there's no app subscription. So there's that one-time charge, and then you own the section forever, and you're free to use it as many times as you want for as long as you want. If you have any questions about this section or any of our other sections, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, keep an eye on both this channel and the app as we release multiple new sections like this every single week.